To the US now, where Elon Musk has had an interview with Donald Trump on his platform X. This was literally a live phone conversation that everybody in the world got to listen into. But it was a bit late going to air on X because they had a massive cyber attack against their servers. Someone didn't want this conversation going live. Here's Elon Musk explaining at the very beginning of the call why it was a bit late. Sorry, guys.
We unfortunately had a massive distributed denial of service attack against our servers and saturated all of our data lines. As this massive attack illustrates, there's a lot of opposition to people just hearing what President Trump has to say.
The combined views and subsequent conversations following that phone conversation that everyone could listen into already has over 1 billion impressions on X. Far-reaching reach that obviously someone didn't want these guys to have. Here's a reporter prior to this conversation asking the White House press secretary, this conversation's going to take place. We're worried about misinformation, disinformation by two of the most powerful men on earth. What are you guys going to do about it? Are you going to do anything about this?
Elon Musk is slated to interview Donald Trump tonight on X. I don't know if the president is going to tune in. Feel free to say if he is or not. But I think that misinformation on Twitter is not just a campaign issue. It's an America issue. What role does the White House or the president have in sort of stopping that, or stopping the spread of that, or sort of intervening in that?
You've heard us talk about this many times from here, about the responsibilities that social media platforms have.
How scared are these people of a simple conversation between two men that we can all listen into? I mean, do me a favour. European Commissioner Terry Breton literally took to X prior to the conversation to warn everyone. He said, with great audience comes greater responsibility, as there is a risk of amplification of potentially harmful content in connection with events with a major audience around the world. I sent this letter to Elon Musk, and there was this letter, the size of a Gutenberg Bible, expressing his concerns over what may or may not be discussed during this conversation. Elon Musk quickly tweeted this meme from Tropic Thunder. He said, this is what I really wanted to say back to Terry Breton. You can read that for yourself. So Elon Musk obviously is not taking any of this nonsense. And thank goodness these conversations are taking place. The reason why Elon Musk wanted to have this conversation is he said, you know, in all these interviews that people see with Trump, and they're normally quite hostile interviews, you're not seeing the real person. And given to me, he's a real person that I have conversations with, not every day, but by the by, I want them to see that kind of Trump, and how just talking for a couple of hours, which they did, you see a different side of someone. And they talked about a plethora of different of issues plaguing not just America, but the world. It was incredibly entertaining. Who wouldn't want to be across that? And yet somebody, a great many somebodies, really wanted to shut this down because dialogue is the enemy. If you're a lefty, you don't want dialogue. That's why deplatforming and cancel culture is their motto, because they just can't stand for people to actually come across as, oh, actually quite reasonable.